Hi everyone. I'm sitting down finally. It's about 5 o'clock, and I started this project about noon today, and it just uh, just had a bad day. Computer problems and phone calls and text messages and things going on with schoolwork and all sorts of things that I just didn't get things done like I wanted to. But that's how life goes sometimes. Sometimes we just have things that just don't happen the way we want them to happen. But I wanted to make sure that I got a little video out for you today since we haven't talked for a week or so. And so here we go with a new little, just a short little poem today. But before I do, I wanted to make sure that I got a shout out to Leslie, who's all the way in Illinois with Grandma and Grandpa, and loves to. I talked to your mom yesterday, and she told me that you really enjoy these videos and keeping up with everything that's going on. So I'm proud of you. Watch for the mail because your packet will be in the mail in the next day or so. And Sarai, I got some mail from you yesterday. I was so excited. It made me so happy to get your Easter greeting and so that you told me what was going on. I was so excited for that. It made my day. Thank you so much. So all of you that have picked up your new work, get busy. Got lots to do. New things, new books, new math. So lots of things to do in the next 2 weeks before you turn this packet in and have a new one come out again in 2 weeks. So in the meantime, this is from Where the Sidewalk Ends. This is one of my favorite books of poetry. It's by Shel Silverstein. And he is a poet that writes kind of silly poems. And remember how we talked about how poetry doesn't always make sense. Sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's short, sometimes it's long, sometimes it has a pattern to it. Sometimes it's just random, but it's kind of like art. Art is just, sometimes it's just how the author or the artist saw it and what they feel. And so that's what's kind of cool about poetry. But this one is kind of fun because I thought when I came across it earlier, I felt like it really made sense to what we're dealing with in our world today. And so it's called If the World Was Crazy. And I had to think, did Shel Silverstein foresee what was going on in our world? And is that why he wrote this? To kind of make us laugh a little bit. So I want to know what you think. If the world was crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd eat? A big slice of soup and a whole quart of meat. A lemonade sandwich, and then I might try some roasted ice cream or a bicycle pie. A nice notebook salad, an underwear roast, an omelet of hats, and some crisp cardboard toast. A thick malted milk made from pencils and daisies. And that's what I'd eat if the world was crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd wear? A chocolate suit and a tie-dye of eclair. Some marshmallow earmuffs, some licorice shoes, and I'd read a paper of peppermint news. I'd call the boy Susie, and I'd call the girls Harry. I'd talk through my ears, and I always would carry a paper umbrella for when it grew hazy to keep in the rain if the world was crazy. If the world was crazy, you know what I'd do? I'd walk on the ocean and swim in my shoe. I'd fly around the ground and I'd skip through the air. I'd fly down the bathtub and bathe in the stairs. When I'd met somebody, I'd say, "Goodbye, Joe." And when I was leaving, then I'd say, "Hello." And the greatest of men would be silly and lazy, so I would be king if the world was crazy. I thought that was funny. Maybe you did too. Did you hear all the rhymes in that poem? So tomorrow, I have a different little story. In the meantime, enjoy your night. I'll see you later.